Okay, we're live, I believe. What we're going to do is check the latest on Idalia. Give me a second and I will pull up some maps. It is 5:16 a.m. I just got home from work. And the mosquitoes still suck. Alright, so this is the entire Atlantic here. We got the Gulf of Mexico here. Got a couple of storms here, one just coming off the coast of Africa. That's got a 50% chance of forming within the next 7 days or so. But here's the interest here. Here's Franklin. Franklin is a fantastic storm at this point, but it's not going to really affect too many people because it's basically going to curve to the right here. So just be a shipping interest. But it's 140 mile an hour, category 4 storm, almost category 5 probably. Central pressure is 935. Location is the coordinates north-northwest at 8 knots, 9 miles an hour. So it's moving very slowly. But it's, we'll take a look at that in a second. But this is the biggest issue right here. This is Idalia. I don't know how they pronounce it, Idalia. And this is a 4 a.m. advisory. This is advisory 11. So yesterday we were on advisory 9. And it is now a hurricane. 75 mile per hour winds, pressure's down. So if you compare the two, this is at 935 and this is at 981. So this is strengthening for sure. And these are the coordinates: 23-1 north, 85-0 west. And it's picked up some speed now, so it's moving a lot faster than it was yesterday, 14 miles per hour. So this thing has really taken a shift to the west. So, but it is now in basically just north of Cuba, the western part of Cuba. So it's out into the Gulf now. So it's going to start really getting better organized here. This is interesting once it gets over here into the Atlantic too, to see what happens. It's just going to kind of meander out here for a couple of days, so I'll have to keep an eye on that too, because I've seen these curve around and then come back. But anyways, we have the forecast is strengthening. It's a hurricane right now, so it'll remain a hurricane for the next almost 24 hours here, and then it's going to become a massive hurricane. So okay, this is the latest advisory at 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, advisory 11 at 4 o'clock. And there's a danger of life-threatening storm surge along portions of the Florida Gulf Coast where a storm surge warning is in effect, including Tampa Bay and the Big Bend region of Florida. 8 to 12 feet above ground level is expected somewhere between Chassahowitzka and Osceola River. Residents in these areas should follow any advice given by local officials. Ding! Hey, buddy. What are you doing, bud? Just got home. I just got home about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so ago. What are you doing up? All right, so let's go to warnings. So it's interesting here too. Now they've put warnings up on the east side, tropical storm warning on the east side of Florida and up through tropical storm force watch up into South Carolina. So here it is. It's basically going due north right now, and it'll probably continue that path until it gets probably into the middle east of the Gulf, and then start making its move east. But this is what I really want to look at here. This is whoops. So this is the problem areas here. Anywhere where you see the red, all the way down to Spring Hill. Looks like Spring Hill and Clearwater are going to get kind of sidestepped on this one too, because this whole storm system has moved a little bit more west than it was the past couple of days. So the landfall will probably be up here more than it will be down Spring Hill and Clearwater, especially Tampa. But you know, this is going to drag outflow through, so it's going to kind of wrap. You know, these outer bands will probably hit some of these low-lying areas here in Tampa and Clearwater, but it's probably going to be a little bit more due north of Spring Hill. So these are the areas where this is the area of concern right in through here. Just south of Levy. I think that's Levy, Citrus, and Homosassa Springs. All right, so let's go back to where's my buddy? Getting ready for bed. You must work nights too, buddy. Us night owls here, we're always up at night, and as soon as the sun starts coming out, that's when I know I got to get up, go to bed. All right, so let's check out some. What I want to do first is go here, because this gives us a good idea of what's going on here. So this storm here is just absolutely gorgeous. This is Franklin. Look at that sucker, right? No, I want to do that. So look at this thing. It's really starting to get going here. This will look exactly like this in the next couple of days. Seems like it's getting a little bit of shear here at the top, but that'll probably move north, and then this thing here is going to start really wrapping itself around. But it's getting that buzzsaw look. So you're getting the outflow here. See, the initial thought was this system here that's dropping and creating this frontal boundary here is going to get here a little bit sooner than expected, but now it's looking like this is going to be a little late on arrival, so this is going to head up and then curve, where originally it was thought it was going to kind of hit more south in Florida or central in Florida, then head out, but now it looks like it's going to get up and then kind of travel along the coast here and then out because of this system right here. But let's check so these are the motion winds here. So you see this upper level here system here that's dragging all of this stuff down with it, and this trough here is starting to there was a low pressure system here too that looked like it had potential to be some sort of a problem here in the panhandle, but that's lifted. So you have your you have your legend down here. So these red barbs here, that's way up. That's 46,000 feet. The bluish barbs here, that's lower, 23,000 feet. And then your low level winds down here. So basically, what a hurricane is 6 to 6 a.m. That sucks, dude. Is that like a split shift? Do you work like a split shift? I used to do that years ago. I used to work third shifts, they call a split shift. So I'd have 2 on, 3 off, and then 2 on, 3 on, 2 off. That was from like 7 to 7. That was like they really called that the graveyard shift because you just never ever get to sleep ever. Especially when you have kids, you know, you got kids waking you up all the time. It's like, oh my god. Oh, you work straight? That sucks too. I've always I mean, I'm better at night. I just don't know why. Just always seem to drag during the day. But at night, it's oh, 4 on and 3 off. That's cool. That's awesome, especially if you want to take a little vacation for 3 days. The worst shift I ever had was second shift, because second shift was like, especially back in the drinking days, I used to just, you know, start drinking about 10 o'clock, be shut off by 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Be knocking on the bar door at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me in. All right, so let's go to, so these are where the winds are, the levels, atmosphere. But basically, you know, your hurricane is basically high level aloft and then low pressure at the surface. So that creates the cyclonic flow. So here we go. So we're going to switch now to the upper level water vapor. This is basically all the moisture in there, or vapor in the air from the water. And this gives me a better look at the systems that are forming and kind of steering this thing to where it's going to go. So you have low pressure here. and this front that's supposed to be dropping here, and this is eventually going to pick this storm up and push it out, but it's not going to drop as much as they thought it was, so it's going to kind of curve around that, and then it's just going to sit out here where Franklin is for a couple of days. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too, because like I've said, I've seen these storms before come out here and then just sit in the Atlantic for a while and then just curve back. You can almost see once all of this convection here is off to the west, but once this wraps around again, you're going to see the eye form right in about here somewhere, because this thing's going to start picking up some speed here. So that's the only good thing about this storm, is it's not going to sit still over here for a while. It's going to pick up some speed and, you know, kind of like crash into Florida and then just kind of zip up into Georgia. So this is like a 12-hour storm for Florida, but after that it's just going to, you know, take off. But you see these outer bands here, these are going to hit way before this does. So this is what happens in these storms. People hit these outer bands and they think that's the storm when it's not. So these will pass and they'll say, oh, that was nothing. And then this thing comes in. And so, you know, like I said, what I would do is if I was living in this area here around the bend all the way down to, say, Spring Hill or a little bit more south than that, make sure you have batteries, all your cell phones, computers are charged. Get some gas if you have a generator, because like I said yesterday, people just wait for the last minute to get gas, and then, you know, if the power's out, nobody's getting gas. You know, you always see like you know, long lines at the gas station when there's a storm like this. So get gas now. Dude, I would have loved some of that humidity here. It's been absolutely freaking freezing here this summer. This is the coldest summer that I can ever remember here. Usually we get like 2 or 3 heat waves during the summer here. We didn't get any of that shit here. We got nothing. So I'd gladly take that humidity here. Hopefully this brings something to us. All right, let's go a level lower here. But this is the real player here, this system that's dropping down. This is what's really going to steer this thing, because this low pressure here that was still kind of there getting some shear, but this is going to take and lift off more. I'd have you come up, but I don't know how to do that here yet on the streaming service. I'm trying out this one stream here instead of StreamYard. I still have StreamYard, but I think these guys have better graphics than StreamYard for the money, but who knows? So I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to fucking do everything here. I just figured out how to get my chat working. So. But you're more than welcome to come up anytime you want, buddy. I just have to try to figure it out first. I was on here with Jinx and Copper Horse a couple weeks ago using this stream, and I just stopped the stream for some reason by accident. I don't even know how I did it. I feel so bad for them. I'm like, and I couldn't get back on. So but it's getting better. All right, so this is mid-level here, and you can see a little bit better down at the surface here. There's some dry air here that's trying to get into this system here, and that could be causing some of this shear here. And there's your front right there starting to drop. So look at this though. This thing here is just massive. It's a good thing this one's not going to hit land, because this would have been a problem. Franklin. You know, this would have kind of been a 1-2 punch, you know, Franklin and then Idalia. But this is still going to kick up some surf along the East Coast here. So if you like waves, this is the place to go. See, this thing is really starting to get going now. You got one central cloud here, and the eye is going to form basically right to the north of this cloud cover here. So let's so I'll go down another level, and then we're basically right at the surface here. This is all really, really warm, dry air right here. And like I said, these sea surface temperatures here are probably in the 90s, so or at least close to 90. And the other problem here is this is going to be a really high surf too, because of the moon phase, so that's not going to help. So this is going to hit right at that moon phase tide. But I still wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt it at all if on the backside of this storm system here that Jacksonville gets flooded again. And then of course all of these outer bands are going to probably spawn tornadoes here up in the center of Florida, all the way up into Georgia, I think, probably. I do. I have StreamYard, but I've had one stream for a while too, and I just haven't. I've been putting it off because I have no idea how to work this thing. But now I'm starting to get used to this a little bit. The only thing with this thing here with OneStream is you can't share anything from your computer. You have to bump up to what they call the premium. I'm on the basic right now because I'm just trying to get used to it. But even the premium, I think, is a little bit better than StreamYard, but it's a little bit more. I think StreamYard is like, what, $35 a month or so. But yeah, I'm going to be on here a lot, especially on football Sundays, buddy. You got to come by and check us out, because we just go over the games all week. Cry about our teams losing. Sad. My son's a Dolphin fan. I'm a Steeler fan, and he's had a rough couple of years for sure with Tua and all of that shit. So, but we got to do our picks here for the pool too. So I still don't know. I know I'm going with probably Kansas City or Buffalo, but the NFC is a fuck. Who knows? I mean, I'd like to pick Philly again this year, but now that they've paid what's his face all that money, it's probably going to get hurt. You know. All right, let's get out of here. Now that we're in the Gulf, we may be able to Whoops, I think I fucked up again. So this is okay, so that's better. So this is all the marine shit going on in here. So you have wave height feet, and this is right around the storm. So you're getting 10.5, 13.5, 9.5, right in around the center. You're getting these wave heights. And if you contrast that to what's going on right now on the coast of Florida, there's basically no wave height here. There never is wave height on the Gulf side of Florida because it's like a basin. You can literally walk out pretty to the, you know, there's no wave here. But when this thing starts pushing north, you know, 9.5, 10.5 wave heights surge, it's a big problem in here. Not so much up in here, because once you start getting up into northern Florida, you start getting more hills and stuff. But down here around Tampa and stuff, that's you become inundated. In Jacksonville too. And I'll just put in. This is, let's take this off. So these are the winds, 50 knots. So you got plenty of those. Right in the center here. So you're probably getting, you know, hurricane force winds right in the center of this storm. And then as you extend out about 20, 30 miles to the east, you're probably starting to get into your tropical storm force winds here in the blue, and then your depression winds around the perimeter of it. So, but this will increase. So, and then I'm going to throw the hazards in because they're going to be all over the place. So. All right, let me see if I can get a buoy. So this was done at 0800. So that one's a little to the west of it. I'm sorry, east of it. It's right there in the Florida Keys pretty much. But let's see. Not much here, so it's a little bit, you know, but you're talking it's 3 o'clock in the morning. This was done at 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's 85.5 degrees still, so it's pretty warm. I was hoping to get Okay, so this is going to be a little closer here. No, maybe not. So the next buoy will be up in here somewhere. 42026. Dew point at 77. Huh. That's pretty muggy. It was higher than that earlier. It was 80 dew points out there, so it's tropical enough for sure. I mean, it's all right. So let's go back. I'm gonna go back to yeah, this is the closest. Next one here is 42003 off of Naples, Florida here. So picture not available. Awesome. Okay, so we'll go back. So we could have gotten the picture there, but it's not available, of course. So it's all right. So let's do the advisory shit, and then I'll get out of here. So here's your wind speed probabilities. What did I do? Oh, this is Franklin. All right, hold on a second. Let me get back to all right. Sorry, I drifted off here. Humidity is the worst. Yeah, there's no humidity in Vegas. Yeah, I've been to Vegas 2 or 3 times for mattress conventions out there. Every year, all of the major retailers go out to what they call High Point in Vegas and show off all their latest products and shit like that. I don't remember much of those conventions because I was pretty much tanked the entire time I was there. So it's but I remember it being really hot and really dry. The pools out there are freaking awesome though. All right, so okay, so we're back to Idalia, and these are the advisories for these are the wind possibilities. So we're going to go on a loop here. So this storm is basically going to take the place of where Franklin is right now. So you got in the purple here 90 plus. So as it moves up into Florida, it's definitely going to be, you'll see gusts in around the center of this storm around 120, 130. I wouldn't doubt it. And then as you get out further on the east side, especially the east side, you're going to still see, 70 to 80, even 100 mile an hour gusts, probably 30, 40 miles from the center, 50 miles from the center. And then tropical storm force winds all the way out to the periphery here, which is basically probably 100 miles to the east. So when these feeder bands come in here, they're going to be bringing with it warm tropical power storms, and that's a problem too, because they may have embedded tornadoes inside of these, because sometimes what they do is they form over here as water spouts, and then they reform on land here with the thunderstorm activity, and they can do a lot of damage in a quick period of time. So all up and down, especially the central part of Florida, up into the eastern part of Georgia, I wouldn't be surprised if you see, tornado boxes pop up here Wednesday afternoon into Thursday into Georgia. So those are the wind speeds. It's going to be a wind event for sure. Let's go to peak surge. So you got 8 to 12 feet. That's a lot of water. But you see here, this storm here a couple of days ago, most of the surge was going to happen in this lower part of the yellow orange here. But as the 2 days have moved on here, now it's shifted more to the west. So Ocala River and the Onslaught, I don't know how to pronounce that river here. This is where most of the surge is going to be, and this could even move more west than that, because this is a guesstimate here, and it's still a day and a half away. So this cone here, and I'll put the line in. So this cone, this storm here, most of the models, most of the spaghetti models are pretty much certain it's going to happen somewhere in the bend to the panhandle. But the problem is, the more west it goes, the more it stays over open water. So you don't want that. You want it to hurry up and get its ass in here and get out, right? So if it takes more of a right turn here, it doesn't have a chance to get better organized and stay over open water. So if it stays over, the western part of this cone here, this could be a category 4. So 20 miles here, east and west, could make a big difference, but the models are pretty good at now. The probability is going to be within this path, but it could shift a little bit more to the west. So if it does that, then this bottom part of this red here will shift 20 miles and then over 20 miles this way. So if you're in the panhandle here, all the way down to, I would say, the central part of Florida, you're probably going to be seeing a lot of water. And they even have watches now, like I said, over on the other side, because for some reason Jacksonville always floods. I don't know why. But this is a cyclonic system, so it's going to be pouring water into the eastern side too. Plus you have heavy seas here from Franklin already pushing water up from its, storm up onto the coast here. So it's almost like a double whammy when it comes to water. But the main threat is going to be right in here, right now. There'll be another advisory coming out in about another 15 minutes or so. And the good news is they can keep flying into this here. So and the rainfall I don't think is going to be all that. I mean, it's not like it's going to be like the storm that just hit the Pacific where you had a ton of rain. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of rain here, but Florida's seen this before. So you're talking 4 to 6, the majority 4 to 6 inches. And then around the center, you're talking 6 to 10. But the thing is it's going to, once it hits land, it's just going to fly out of here. You're talking about maybe a day. It's up in Savannah. So it's not going to have a chance to really pour a lot of rain in here. Yeah, I don't know if I was at the Flamingo or not. I don't know. I might have been. There's one thing you're going with, if you're going with your buddies, it's great. Or even with your family. But when you're going with a bunch of business guys, anything's fucking possible. So I tried to stay away, from those people as much as possible. But, guys in suits, when they get, forget about it. Not doing it. Especially old guys in suits, top executives from these, major Sealy, Serta, Tempur-Pedic, they act like animals when they're around people, especially when they're drunk. No thanks. Okay, so what am I doing now? Dude, can I get is it light enough, you think, to get? I don't know if this is the latest one. Yes, it is. 10 knots. This was done last report. All right, anyways, I'm going to go here. See if I can get it visible because it might be light now, so nope. Oh, I don't want that. Yeah, it's still dark. Why does it keep going to the Caribbean? I don't want the Caribbean. You can tell I'm getting tired. Yep, it's still too dark for the visible. Damn it. Okay, so here's the lightning. So you're seeing all of these bands here, right? Like these feeder bands that are going to come pouring into the system here, carrying a lot of lightning with it. So, and once this moves north, these feeder bands are just going to keep pouring water in here. Probably looks like a water spout right down in here somewhere. Yeah, that might be a water spout right there. But as you can see, this is a much, it's getting much better organized now today than it was yesterday. This is all going to be a problem here. I do want to go, before I get out of here, I want to go here. And I've added the longitude and latitude, so this is how I try to track. So the center is probably right about in here somewhere. Maybe a little bit south of that. So if you go by the center, I'm going to do 24 hours here. So it's basically going due north right now. It doesn't have any wobble to it whatsoever in the last 24 hours. So it came out of here, it was down in here yesterday afternoon when I did my last live, and then it just basically went due north. No wobble whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of a shift to the west, but not a lot. So it's, like I said, it's probably going to remain on this northerly track here and then turn. But it's not going to be this sharp right here like they thought. It's going to come up. And once this system here moves north, there's going to be no shear whatsoever in here. And once it gets in here in this nice warm 90-degree water here, especially during the day, it's just going to meander over here, and it'll be, my estimation is probably like a Cat 3 for sure. All right, so that's it. I've been here 48 minutes, and thanks, buddy, for coming in. Are you going live tonight? You need to go live at night, man. I need somebody live while I'm driving. I've been thinking about going live while I'm driving, but that would be a nightmare, literally. So, but thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it. So that's it. So I'm gonna get out of here. But if you're living in the western side of, that'd be awesome, man. It doesn't matter what you do for a live. You seem to have a lot of people in there anyway, so you could literally talk about absolutely nothing and still have, 100, 200 people in there. It doesn't matter. But I'll be watching for sure, especially if I have service. All right, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Start getting ready to go sleepy by here. But I'll see you all later. Stay safe. I'll see you tonight, Thomas, or I'll probably see you on, well, I don't know if I'm going to be on Rick Snae's chat today or not because it's too early. It's 12 o'clock. So I'll definitely have to watch that replay. All right, thanks, buddy.